Welcome to the DJ Insider Podcast, sponsored by Amplified Events.
It's the only podcast where we break down insider information from our weddings, experience, and advice from over 15 years in the wedding industry.
We're your hosts. I'm Mike Kane, owner of Amplified Events.
And I'm Joe Albomonte, the general manager of Amplified Events.
Let's get into it.
We're back.
We just wrapped up a pretty busy weekend with the tasting and a wedding and a corporate gig, and also a photo booth corporate gig. Yeah, dude. So kind of crazy for January.
January, it was nice. What'd you have?
I did the corporate gig for the. We've done their party. It's a company based out of LaPorte. We did their company party a couple years now. I think this is our third year. But this year was unique because for two reasons. One, they added cold sparks.
Okay, fun. Which we don't often offer.
We don't typically offer. We rented them from Rested Sounds. Thank you again, Joe.
Yes, thank you.
For renting them to us. And they just performed so well. Like, he had a specific part of his speech, the CEO, where he wanted it to just pop, and it did. And it went so well. And then he wrapped up his speech, and I popped him again. Then they wanted like 15 minutes of people just taking photos with him, photo video. So we did that. And then we just had him popping out throughout the night, like for certain songs and stuff. And my assistant Dayton was just fantastic. He just running around with the little
footage.
He was taking it
like during Fireball.
Yeah, I was just
great,
mixing,
dude.
and he was working the room with his like camera, and then just like popping it, and it looked really cool.
Yeah, is it like a C4 detonator? Like,
Yeah.
what's the little button look like? Or is it more look just like a remote? Just like
It's just a tiny little plastic remote. But I was a little nervous if it was going to work.
A button with like the lid, the little clear lid that you have to flip, and then
Yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah,
the launch codes.
He's armed the system for self-destruct.
What fun, dude.
That was unique, and it was that really added so much energy. People loved it. Yeah, it like changed the whole. I don't think we played the music very much differently. We did less classics and did a lot more heavy hits, you know. Yeah. But it was good, and it went really, really well. Good party. The other unique thing about it is we got there to set up, and there was already a DJ completely set up in our spot. And so basically, I don't know if
another event.
Yeah, well, so he was supposed to be working a different event. He set up in the wrong room, and so I don't know if that was on the events catering team told him to set up there, or he just set up and didn't talk to anybody.
Right.
But anyway, he was definitely in the wrong space, so we helped him like move and reset up. He was kind of screwed.
What that look like? Like, you just
he had a ton of stuff, so it's like me and Dayton just like helped him like lift his speakers.
How far did you have to bring it? Like,
it was across because we were in the one. Fremont Center, and he was over kind of in Stardust. We had to like move it all the way over for him.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So it was, and so we had helped him move and set up, and then we had to set up. So it was kind of a crazy thing, but it made me feel like all the more reason why we have a clean, lightweight, minimal setup.
And easy to move if we need to.
Dude, his stuff was heavy. He had 5 tops, way too much sound, in my opinion, and 1 huge sub. So
How
he had
big was the party?
100 people, maybe 30.
Oh, way too much.
I think it was like 30 people.
Way too much.
Yeah, way too much sound. Yeah, it was his big EV tops, and then he had 2 of them on the ground.
Sure, it sounded nice, but darn.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
Thumping.
It's a lot of setup.
So, super nice guy. His name's Dwight. Just really nice guy. And he came and thanked us at the end of the night and stuff. He's
That's
a pretty
nice.
cool dude. So,
Very cool.
how about your event?
It's good, man. I had a 10 out of 10. It was so nice to start the year with such an amazing wedding. It's kind of hard because it's now like I'm going to compare every wedding to that for all season, which hopefully they're all like that. Hopefully they're all just like that. But the couple was just ready to party. They were a little older than me, just good people, good family, kids there at the beginning. So like I catered to a lot of different genres. At one point later in the night around 10, like all of the older folks that I didn't think would want like house music, EDM, rave type music, they wanted it. So we did like a 45-minute set that was just a rager, and it was so much fun. And they had a great time. They were so appreciative. Me and Micah were there. He was able to hop on the board for me a little bit when I had to step away. So it was nice, man. It was just a great wedding. Good food. They were really cool to us. They're always really cool to us over at Journeyman, but they know, speaking of our first thing, that our setup is light and can move and can kind of go wherever.
Yeah.
This couple envisioned the dance floor, the room was set up differently. Usually we're in that like far corner along that back wall. There's one time I've been by the bar and like facing out the long ways down if it was like a bigger wedding, but this was probably like 100 people max, 120 people. Wow. And I was set up like when you walk in the West room, that's that the big room.
Yeah.
Yeah. You walk in that room. there's like a pillar, like
east,
directly.
East, sorry.
Yeah, the bigger room over there.
Okay.
You walk in and there's like a pillar diagonally from where you walk in. And I was set up at an angle, like right behind that pillar, just out into the space. And because we have such a light, clean setup, we're like, I have to tape down one cable and like that's it for the entire setup. It was nice. Everybody loved it. It really did, I think, help the atmosphere and just environment of the room. If you're in the corner, it's so much harder to get the dance floor going, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They're just so much further. It's harder to feel the energy. It's harder. You have to play a lot louder.
Yeah.
It's just more stressful to do all that. But putting us right up in there, they were ready to dance. And like they made it clear from their layout that they wanted to dance and party. So great night, man.
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah, it's tough when you're feeling kind of separated. For sure, for sound, and also to like crowd interaction, crowd involvement. It's wild. And yeah, of course, we did that tasting on Sunday, which went really well. Luna Lake.
A lot of people.
A lot of people.
people.
And then Cole did that corporate photo booth. Said that went really, really well. So good weekend overall.
Absolutely.
Yeah, last week we talked a little bit about, phasing out old DJ stuff and getting into a more modern and kind of things couples are looking for. And one of the things we had talked about that newer DJs, newer couples, more modern couples are expecting from their DJs is reading the room.
Absolutely.
Most people think that reading the room starts when the lights go down, but the best DJs start, 3, 4, 5 hours earlier. Mm-hmm. The first thing is, you and I, we always are looking for is when we're playing cocktail hour or dinner music, we're seeing people tapping their foot, bopping their head. I got foot tap metric.
The foot tap metric, exactly. Yeah.
During dinner, how do you look for those kind of micro reactions? Are people nodding along to the Motown or the indie kind of folk rock?
Yeah.
Are they leaning in to talk? Are they leaning back to listen? I mean, to me, that's like number one. You try to get a good sense, right, of first step and kind of reading that room is literally teasing that in.
Or especially like how long have we been in this specific thing? It's like dinner. Are we 30 minutes in? Are they still just okay with the light background? Are we an hour and a half into dinner because it got delayed? And now it's like they're ready to get on their feet. Like we need to start playing some more energetic stuff, or like we're losing them. We're losing them fast. They waited on their dinner for a long time. So I really do think that if things get delayed or if timeline gets adjusted, like you really have to readjust, like read the room again, see where we're at. Even if you get a good feel for who the people are, what they like, because that's where it starts. It's like right when you walk into the room to set up. Oh, I met the bride and groom's parents. Oh, I met them. What do they like? What do you guys like? What type of party do you guys want to have? I don't know. Just getting a feel for what's the energy today? Is there another wedding going on in the family at another venue where people had to then separate, and like are people mad at it? What's the energy of the day? Like I'd like to really try and find that out as early as possible.
Yeah, you literally nailed it on the head. That's literally the next thing I was going to talk about is that demographic kind of scouting that all DJs, modern, especially good ones, reading the room. That's one thing they're doing is how quickly can you scan that room to kind of look at, who's here tonight, that musical center of gravity. Is it like they're going to like the 90s? Are they going to like the 80s? Are they a millennial crowd? Are they Gen Z? Are they boomers? Are they Gen Xers? Do they like classic rock and disco? Or are they more of like a boomer crowd? Motown hits? Or are they wanting some more modern, club hits and trap music, techno stuff? Like, what are they wanting? House music. But breaking that down right away, if you see like, oh man, it's mostly people over 40 here. Mm-hmm. Versus like, oh, almost everyone here is under 30.
Yeah.
Being aware of that, like what they're going to be.
Me.
Yeah. How do you use like the first kind of 20 minutes of your set when you're starting off DJing is and think of it in terms of like reading the room? Do you have a system you do or songs you go to when you're doing that?
Yeah, definitely. So I do like to start a lot of my dance floors with September. I just think it's a timeless, generational type of hit.
So good.
A lot of people can dance to it. It's not, ladies and gentlemen, dance floor is now open.
Yeah.
I just think it works so well. But I do think that if it is an older crowd, if they're ready to dance, or if everybody floods the space, or like if a few people kind of trickle out, it's like maybe they need more drinks. Maybe this isn't what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Maybe they want more modern stuff. So it's like, let's go to please don't stop, like something, please don't stop the music, something in that era, right? Like, let's try something like that. Maybe they didn't like that too. Maybe let's try like a country hit. I don't know. Early on, like you can definitely get a feel for what they like. Also based on the couple's requests, right? The songs that they give to you, you can usually get a feel for what they like, what their guests like too, because that's a lot of the conversation that I have with them before we even do their wedding. Hopefully, is like, what do you like? What are your guests like? And we don't care what our guests like. We just want our. That's totally okay too. Or it's like, no, we want everyone to have a good time. Like the other day, they allowed any requests. They had no do not plays. They said any requests, like, we just want people to hear their stuff. Like, there were a decent amount of requests, but, like, it's okay if I didn't get to them.
Yeah.
Like, people just wanted to interact and, like, have a good time. So just, I don't know, like, making it that type of environment. It's like, we're all on the same team here. I want to play your songs. You want to play my songs. I think establishing that early on is, like, we're all here to just have a good party. I'm on your team, guys. I'm not here to play music that you don't like or obscure stuff. I want to play fun hits that you guys like too. Sure, easier said than done, getting a feel for what that is, but testing the waters with some of those big hits.
Yeah.
Some of the big ones that usually hit at most weddings, try those out early. Why not in the first hour and see what happens?
Yeah. I call that like the dartboard method. You're kind of seeing what sticks, you know? And great, we throw out, here's the 2000s, or like you said, like do a 70s classic hit, you know, boom, Earth, Wind, and Fire. And then if that hits big pop from that, then how about some more disco era stuff or
right in here, like
Cha-Cha Slide or YMCA or whatever, and then 2000s throwbacks.
Or if there's a lot of kids early on,
current
like
pop
a Cha-Cha or like
Golden
from
Demon
K-pop.
Hunters,
yeah, dude.
But I'm looking to see, you know, which one gets the loudest reaction.
Yes.
Because that kind of guides me where I need to go next.
Or the one that when people are about to leave the dance floor, you can feel it like, oh, we need a drink, we're tired. That like ropes, you could see them turn around like, this is my song. That's the best feeling. That's that reaction.
Yeah.
It's like, what's more of that? Let's stay in this powerhouse here.
Yeah. That energy is so like, it's tactile. You can feel it, the energy when it's going well. And you want to ride that as a DJ, you want to ride that to where, oh, here's another one. This one took them, they're at a 9, now let's go to a 10, then going to an 11. Like, we're just going to keep riding that until you can kind of see it start to plateau, and then we want to reset, let it drop, and rebuild.
Yeah.
This is where DJs make that split-second, you know, decisions to keep the momentum going. And one thing that we've always tried to train our people is that kind of rule of 3, that, like, we do those mini sets of songs. Like, okay, here's 3 songs country, here's 3 songs disco, or here's 3 songs throwbacks. For the older generation, and then, you know, some of your college friends, and you're kind of sprinkling, and ideally you're able to genre hop seamlessly to where you're not losing any energy, any beats, but then you're getting a good understanding of what people like and don't like. And, you know, if they don't like it, maybe we're not going back to that.
Yeah.
Maybe we've done all the disco we can. Disco's dead.
They're discoed out. Disco is dead. That's something Micah and I were talking about the other day, because the wedding we did was so all over the place genre-wise, but it was seamless. It was seamless. Every single, like everything. It flowed so well together. But if you look at that playlist of what I played throughout that night, you'd be like, what the hell what is going on here? And just some songs that I had never heard of that just hit because everybody in that room knew them. And that's just because I'm younger. I didn't know some of those songs. Like, that's a generational one where it's like, you probably would have crushed that. Like, you would have known more of what they would have liked. And I still had an amazing wedding. They loved it, whatever. Like, it was still an 11 out of 10. But I do think that, I think even the best DJ, it's like, you think of the songs you grew up with, you think of the songs you hear. I mean, you can only have so much music in your head at once, and there's so much music out there. I always tell couples, you can give me the best 100 songs. There's still within those 100 songs so many that you haven't thought of around those like 100. Same energy, same era, same style of music that will still hit on your dance floor. There's just so much music out there that there's no such thing as like a perfect set, or because it's so subjective too.
Yeah, it's whatever works.
If there's 300 people in the room, you know? It's whatever works.
Yeah, for the most people.
For the most people.
Yeah. You're going to find a curmudgeon at every wedding. It's like, I don't like any of this music.
Yeah.
I don't even like music.
I don't even like music.
Yeah. Like, go home, dude.
Okay. Got it.
But when we do those like rule of threes, like that's why we're doing it. If people attending weddings, dancing, like we are trying. You get a sprinkle of this. If you like it, you're going to get more. Mm-hmm. If you don't like it, then because that happens sometimes where it's like I've played a classic rock track. Great, we got AC/DC. Okay, then let's do some Bob Seger, and then I'll drop some Bon Jovi or Billy Idol, and all of a sudden it just whoosh, the crowd just leaves.
Yeah,
they don't like Bon Jovi or whatever.
Hate Bon Jovi.
So then I have to do a bailout song. Like I have to like, whoa, stop, come back here.
Wait.
You know? Do you have any go-to? Like, what is your in case of emergency track that one song that you drop when the floor starts to empty and you need to immediately save it? That bails you out. Generally, I'm going in. Obviously, it's different every night.
Right.
And I'm going in, well, like, if that doesn't work, here's what I'll play instead. Like, I have a backup, to my...
Yeah.
I start with my initial plan of, okay, let's try this. Let's try this track, this track. And I'm trying to get our younger DJs to start thinking like that. Like, okay, you see how that one didn't work at all?
Yeah.
And how I didn't let that song finish? Like,
yeah.
Nope, we have it. 30 seconds is all you need to find out if they like it or not, or maybe less.
Yeah. I think it's really hard to say, like, I don't think I have a go-to song because I think that in those circumstances when a song doesn't hit, it's such a spur of the moment, like, oh, it didn't hit. Like, we're 20, 30 seconds into this song, like, oh. And it's like, I probably have in my prepare 10, 15 songs that I was thinking about already. It's like, I'm quick scrolling which one of these 15, because I've already decided that these 15 are okay. Like, these 15 will potentially work on the dance floor.
Yeah.
So if that one doesn't hit, I'm picking the favorite one that I see amongst those prepared.
Sure.
I mean, that's really it. It's more of a spur of the moment decision. Like, this one's going to hit. I really don't like to try and do a bailout like cha-cha, anything like that, unless I like really have to, but I really don't like to do that. But if we're losing people because of like we've been dancing for an hour and a half, that also happens where it's just like we played the wrong song. They're tired.
Yeah.
Let's play Tennessee Whiskey.
Sure.
It's a reset. It'll bring everybody back out there, get the people that weren't out there, hopefully out there for a slow song, and then see who's out there. Is it the older crowd that's now out there? Is it the younger crowd? Maybe we'll come out with, like, if it's the younger crowd, we'll do like no hands and we will full send it on the energy to try and build that back up. If it's the older crowd, let's try something like I Want to Dance with Somebody, Love Shack, or something timeless, generational like that again, that everybody can sing along to. Shout, Apache.
Don't Stop Me Now.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, that's a long-winded answer for sure. But
I like it. I like it. But I'm happy to use a line dance if it makes sense with what the couple has said they want.
Yeah.
And if it makes sense with how the crowd's responding. I'm not going to play a line dance just to play a line dance.
Right.
But they can be a good bailout song if that's in your arsenal, if you can use it with your couples with what they want, with what their vision is. And if that, like, early in the night, I've already kind of tested that, like, oh, they did respond well to that line dance, they'll probably respond well to this other one.
Can I share a pet peeve of mine?
Of course.
One of my things that I don't like is, like, okay, I'm playing everything that I can to try and get you guys out there. Some weddings, it's just not the case, right? They're drinkers, they got bags, there's a bonfire, they're more of like a
it's a chill vibe.
And I see that, and I know that, and I've acknowledged that, and the coordinators acknowledge that. But like a photographer's like, hey, no one's on the dance floor. Can we get like, can you do like cha-cha? Can we do like
they start snapping at you
for the pictures?
Play
like,
something good.
Can you like announce on the mic to get everyone out on the dance floor? No! You go up to everybody individually then. If it really matters, I'm sorry, but like you're asking, they're not going to get out there. There's some weddings where like, I'm sorry, they're all 80. It's an 80th birthday party. Look at the crowd. They're not going to, I know you want people to for the photos and that's what they hired you for, but ultimately if it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. Yeah. That's just a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, definitely. When they're like,
play that line dance.
I need to get some more footage. I'm like, well, that sounds like a you problem. Yeah. I get it. They want to get photos of people dancing, having fun. Sometimes people don't want to dance. There's a lot of reasons for that. And I have found that, once you've kind of exhausted, like, we've played a lot of different types of genres of songs and artists, And this is just, they don't want to do it. It's like pulling teeth to get people to come dance. And what I've learned is the DJs, like, you know, you just have a confidence in, like, I know what I'm doing. I'm good at this.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they're not wanting to do it. And I know it's not me. I always tell our DJs as I'm training them, you better know if it's you or if it's them.
Yeah.
For why you're not dancing. They might be tired. It might be hot. There might be a weird layout. There might be like half of the family is Amish, where they were never going to dance to any music at all.
They've never heard any of these songs.
Yeah.
A
lot of times there's good reason for why they don't want to dance. And sometimes that reason literally is we don't feel like dancing. And
which literally all stems back to reading the room.
It's like
getting a feel for the room and who's there, what are they like, and what have you tried?
If that photographer's taking a photo of somebody and they refuse to smile, how is he or she going to get that person to smile? You can't force somebody to smile.
Not authentically.
And if you, I mean, you can try, you can ask them to, right? Which we do. We announce, hey, but there's not a secret that we're playing dancing music. It's not a secret that we want people to dance. You know,
guys, there's something cool going on.
Dude, we literally, you know, control and do different things with the environment, turning off lights, you know, adjusting the speakers for layout, adjusting the sound of the speakers, coming up with colorful light, having glow sticks. There's lots of fun things we do to make it a very warm and inviting space for people to come out and, you know, shake a leg. But ultimately, if people don't want to do that, we can't force them to do that. Right. And like, the more you try and fight against that, in my opinion, it's really cringy.
Yeah. Come on, guys, let's get out there.
It just seems desperate. It seems desperate. Let us know if there's something you guys want. You know, it seems so like weak and
we're taking requests all night.
Please, you know, I don't know. There's a way to do that with Grace and with class, but I'm like they're gonna have the wedding that they're meant to have. You know, I like to turn it on his head if I can. Get a shot of energy out there, get things moving, especially with songs, letting the songs do the work.
Right. Let the music speak for itself.
When you're watching people dancing, let's say people are dancing, then we're looking for, you know, body language, right? Like, and so I try to, like, again, teach our younger DJs, like, okay, look at that crowd. You see how they're all just standing around talking? They're not moving to the music. They're not singing the song. I call that stale. Like, it's getting stale. Their body language is indicating the song is inconsequential. They're literally standing there hanging out. Yeah. Just, they're on the dance floor, music's playing, but they're not interacting with it at all.
Yeah.
Versus, if they're singing along, they're not dancing, but they're singing. Okay, that's something, right? The pivot of it.
Which oftentimes I can also see happening with like really long songs that get repetitive too. It's like, I'm sorry, we don't need, if Uptown Funk is 4 minutes, we get it. We get the song 2 minutes in, we get it. We don't need the last 2 minutes. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
If there's like a build, like I want to dance with somebody, like you need to hear that full song. The ending of that song is the reason for that. But I do think that people just, after the big part, that the sing-along part comes through and like that's over, it's like if there's more song, you should probably get out of that song. Like there's no reason, if there's a musical break, to like let it slow down and then like really within that song, just switch to the next song. Just keep moving. Keep the energy going. They just sung a bunch of high energy. Drop them with another high energy song. Let them sing along right away into this next song. Hard drop it. But there's so many ways to just play with that energy, and I love that about this job.
Yeah, sure. I was going to basically ask exactly what you said. Okay, is there anything that you do to pivot from that, which is exactly what I do too. It's like I just try to find a new song that they like better.
Right.
That like evokes feelings, memories, energy that everybody kind of knows, young and old. But you also see literally people are moving their bodies. And so eventually they get fatigued. Like you can like literally see.
You can see it. Absolutely.
That's why I said you should know if it's you or if it's them. If you're hitting banger after banger after banger and they're dancing, how can you tell if the crowd is loving the music, but they just need a drink or they just need a breather? Like,
yeah.
Is there anything that you've noticed from past weddings or gigs where those moments happen, or any stories, anything you remember from anything like that?
When it comes to just like noticing it and just like reading the room about it, it really just depends on like where are they going. Are they just leaving the dance floor and like just going off the dance floor, because that probably means they want another song. They just didn't like what you played.
Yeah.
If they're like, oh,
this is a good break song.
They're like grabbing my friends and like, let's go get a drink. Let's go get a drink. Like, that's now a song that didn't really hit with them. Yeah. Like, that's one they felt they could take a break on, because we don't want to dance that hard. We're saving our energy because maybe the next one's going to be a little better.
Sure.
Because the last one was so good. Now we've fallen a little short.
Yes.
So just being able to notice that, or it's like, oh, no, you can sometimes hear it too. You play a song and it's like, what? Like from the back, or like, no, or like slow song. Or
yeah.
Like you can hear the negativity too. You can feel it hit you. Like there's definitely that part of it too. But oftentimes guests will tell you, or you can look up, people will be like doing your thing and you'll switch the song and they'll just stop and look at the DJ, like arms down, staring at the DJ, and like, that's a message. Sorry. Just being able to read those things and not take offense to them, not let your ego get in the way too. Because it's like, oh, you're allowed to play bad songs as long as you can recover and adjust. Like try.
Most crowds are very forgiving.
Absolutely, they want to dance too.
And they also recognize that not everybody is gonna like. You could play Rihanna track, then Lady Gaga, and then like either like Nicki Minaj, Katy Perry, like Taylor Swift, like one of these female artists, and like people boom, 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 boom. And they, for some reason, they just don't like that artist or they don't like that song. And they were like, well, that's the one I'm going to take a break on. That's right. I'm going to go to the bathroom, get a drink. I'm going to take a break from dancing. I did remember seeing, and this happens several times a year, where people will be dancing and then you can see them like they're about to, because they're just tired. They want to go sit down. And then you drop another track and they're like, oh, come on.
That's my favorite feeling.
They're just like, we have to. Yeah. They're literally shaking their head like, we can't. No, we're going to have to go back out there.
Drink can wait.
Yes.
When the drink can wait, that's a huge sign. Like,
that's when I usually try to work in tracks from the couple that like I know are big for like their group of friends from a conversation with them. It's like, boom, like here's a nostalgic one from you guys that like, and then I start targeting specific groups. Like here's all of the guys and the groom's friends. Like this was their going out song. Like I'm going to do that. And then we can ride that for a little bit. Or I'm going to do, this is their girl song. They have to do it. You know, Shania Twain,
some of their must plays,
you know,
right? Yeah. Some of those must plays that are on there. Deeper meaning, deeper connection.
So that's a good time to do it, especially if they are getting tired, or just literally reset. Do a slow song, let them get a breather, get some of the people who haven't been dancing out there. Song requests. How do you use a guest request? Like, they always mean it like as a command, like play my song. Yeah. But sometimes I use it as like just a data point, like where it's, I know you wanted Dancing Queen, but what I'm hearing you say is you want ABBA and or you want like disco era style music.
It's that. It's you want this. I take it as the genre recommendation almost over the song every time.
You want 70s music.
Yeah. Give me the song, but just know that if you give me Hot in here, I'm thinking like 6-7 songs that are right around.
Yes. That will mix
that are going to mix really well with that era. Because if I get another request that's from the same era, now we have two different groups telling me that we want disco. Like, let's lean into that. Absolutely. But if you have not a single country song in there, it says do not play, no country, this, that, and you have 3 guests coming up and saying country, 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 but the couple doesn't want any country, but all the guests do, how do you combat that?
Dude, that's a great question. And that's literally what I was kind of getting into, is that our whole job is to create flow. And we have rules we have to follow because, people dancing, they're not really our customers.
Right.
Like, the client who hired us is our customer. It's their wedding day. It's their event or their party. Ultimately, they have to be happy above everybody else. Most couples, they want their guests to be happy. So it usually is a win-win.
Right.
But a lot of the guests don't know that our hands are tied with a lot of this stuff. Like, we can't play all the country songs you want unless the couple really loves that kind of stuff. And also, even if country was working at that wedding, we don't want it to become an only country music wedding. We don't want them to take over like a jukebox, because our job is to make sure that doesn't happen, that we do a good mix of like old and new music, if that's what the couple typically wants. Or we do just hit the tracks the couple wants. Yeah. And, that may mean we don't get people on the dance floor. It also may mean that people are coming up to us upset that we're not listening to their requests. When like a lot of times they even say like we're not allowed to take requests. So I'll just say we can't even take requests. I'm sorry.
Couple told us no.
Yeah.
It's their word.
Generally I'll write it down no matter what, because then I make a mental note for the couple and I can tell them like, they're like, how, because sometimes the couple will be like, how come no one's dancing? Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, because we've had like 50 requests for country and you said no country. So we've kept it. Do you want that to continue, or do you want us to play a little couple country hits? Mm-hmm. You tell me what you want.
That happened to me at a wedding recently. I was at the Grand, and the couple said no line dances. And I had probably 10 people come up and ask for YMCA, Cha-Cha, the Macarena.
They're begging.
They wanted a line dance so bad. So at one point, I knew the couple. Like, I went to high school with one of them. I went up to them. I was like, hey, guys, totally cool if not. Like, I know you said no, but I've got a lot of requests.
Yes.
For, like, YMCA and, like, other stuff. And they're like, if any of them, like... do YMCA, like just one, do YMCA, and we did, and it was a hit. Pop. Everybody loved it, and it hit. So it's also being able to have that conversation and being, I mean, if you haven't done the steps prior to get on the couple's good side, to let them know, like, I'm here for you guys, and like I understand and I want to make your vision happen.
Yeah.
Just being able to have that and not come off as like your songs sucked. Like, can I do my own thing? And being able to say it's like we're getting a lot of requests, like. It's not just me. It's not my thought. It's not me as a DJ. It's literally like your guests want something and you don't want something. And I'm here in the middle of you guys. I just want everyone to have a good time. That's what I'm also paid to do. Is everyone have a good time.
Dude, that reminds me. I had a groom like 7-8 years ago. I think it was a Journeyman 3 Oaks wedding. Nice couple, older, but they knew what they wanted music-wise. And they wanted a lot of like Grateful Dead, jam band kind of stuff, you know, the classic like Steely Dan, like that's what they wanted. Doobie Brothers. I mean, they just didn't want your typical wedding stuff,
right?
And so he'd asked for like, do you have any kind of like a request list? Like, what's the most popular stuff? And I literally sent him this like 200 song most popular songs for 2015 or whatever year it was. And he goes, "That's my don't play list. Don't play anything on that top 200 most requested at weddings." And dude, we got so many requests. His aunt was particularly incredulous about it. She couldn't. She'd be like, "Journey." I was like, we can't play that. Yeah. No, that's on there. And I would show her it's on the don't play. Like I typed up the don't play list so I could
through these 215.
I literally added all those songs to the don't play to show her. You know. Then she'd be like, "Living on a Prayer." I'm like, "It's on there. You can't play it." "Oh no, you kidding me?" "Sweet Caroline." We can't play it.
Can't play it.
So then the groom came up later. And was just checking in how things were going. They were very happy, groom and bride. And I was like, "Dude, we've gotten," and I was just check marking all these songs, and we've gotten like so many requests for these kind of songs. Do you want me to still not play it? Do you want to switch? And he goes, "Don't play them." And I was like, "All right, you got it, man." I so respected it. Like
absolutely,
it's like he's like, "It's my wedding. I don't want that. They can play their wedding. I'm paying you. Stay the course. I don't care that they're not happy." You know.
Yeah.
I respected it. I was like, "You got it, man." And him and I like bonded over that. We got a good review from them. They tipped us. Like, they were happy. We had some guests who weren't crazy about that we didn't play all of their songs they wanted, but it worked out.
To the couple's vision. That's what we always talk about. Is that we see what you want and we'll make that happen.
I thought it was really funny, especially that he was like, "What are the most?" Like I was like, "Oh yeah, here's a list to pick from." None of those.
Do you want me to switch? Fuck 'em.
Nope. He was not having it. And honestly, like Bride backed him up. Like there was enough people dancing, it didn't matter. And honestly, like, so what?
Right.
It's your wedding, you're paying. You get to hear what you want.
Exactly.
But really, our goal is to create that flow throughout the night. And I really do feel like DJs get into like a mental state of it, like where there's that mental flow for a DJ who's in the zone. But that can be a good thing. It also can be a bad thing. With newer DJs, they get into the zone of focusing on their mix, focusing on like the track that they've picked, the perfect track. They've got this mix that is just so perfect, and they're so focused on mixing that they get tunnel vision.
Yeah.
And so they're not even paying attention. Yeah, that mix was sick. Did you not see that everybody left in the first 30 seconds?
Song choice was horrible, and everybody left.
Bro. And so you just played
it.
You played another song that mixed perfectly, but it sounds exactly like that song. So you're basically let's just do more of the same and not paying attention. Young DJs do this all the time.
Definitely.
And not even young DJ, like young in their understanding and their experience.
Exactly, yeah.
And versus like having that wide lens, seeing the whole room. How do you avoid the mistake of focusing on, 3 people dancing wildly while ignoring 100 people sitting at tables looking, just bored?
I think that all comes with confidence. I think it all comes with confidence as a DJ to know what's going on in the room and to not. I think that also comes with, you need to know some song selection. You need to know some music. You need to already know, like, this song mixes well into these 10 songs, or have just like a general idea. I think once you're a lot more comfortable with like the basics of DJing and the basics of song selection, and you've done weddings and you're comfortable interacting with 200 people at a time, I do think a lot of that goes away. I think early on you're so focused on like, I can't let there be a gap in the song, or like let it sound choppy or like this, and like it's not what matters. I do think that they just fixate. I think I used to fixate on that. It's like, is this song gonna, is it gonna mix right? Is it gonna be like choppy when I bring up the volume? And then once you realize like, oh, as long as I keep the energy going, the mix doesn't matter. You can get through an entire wedding hard dropping songs as long as the energy doesn't change and like you don't have silence in between stuff, and you can get through an entire wedding that way. You don't have to mix at all. Yeah.
I do think it's like a tool. Mixing it, you can mix a track seamlessly that adds energy and brings in something, a familiar favorite in a way they haven't heard it before, and that can add a lot to the crowd and keep them out there and keep them excited, interested, and singing along. But it's a tool, and it's not a rule. If you're picking bad songs and you're mixing them well, that doesn't matter. Also, if you're picking good songs and not mixing them, that can still go really well. Yeah. But I do think you want, ideally, both. You want seamless mixes done in an artful way, but you're picking songs that are crushing it, that the crowd loves.
Which definitely comes with experience. And that's what I do think that newer DJs just don't have. You haven't read the room. You haven't done 30 weddings. It's a lot of multitasking. It's so much multitasking mentally, because you're looking at this track, you're looking at this track, you're thinking about songs 5-10 songs ahead. You're thinking about the 300 people. You're thinking about what the couple's thinking, how they're viewing the room, how you're viewing the view of the room. Like, you're thinking of so many layers as a new early DJ with anxiety about DJing. And
I got an hour.
There's so many, just your mind's all over the place. So you have to, not have to, but I do find that a lot of people, to combat all of those things, get so focused in on just mixing. Yeah. So that we can narrow in on one thing. And then maybe once they get good at that, then we can narrow in on this thing or that thing. But everybody learns this job so differently.
Yeah. But it is a lot of on-the-spot decision-making, like you were saying. And I've learned the best way of doing that is really getting to know my couples, educating them on what I do, what I don't do as a DJ, and getting to know and building a trust with them, a rapport with them, so I know that if I get into a tight spot, this is the stuff they really like. So I can play heavier to that stuff, type of music, and avoid some of this other pressure from the crowd I'm getting about these other songs. And also ask, how do you want us to handle guest requests? Do you want to say yes? Do you want to say no? Do you want to say yes, but only these kind of songs or only these kind of people? And sometimes people give us like a secret code where it's like elephant if they request a song. So then we know that was a approved person from the couple to request a song. But, either way, it's really easy to get into that tunnel vision, and you want to stay out of that. But you also, with that, you don't want to get into that ego trap where I think a lot of DJs, they think that they have the best taste in music. I'm playing these top tracks. I know better.
You're too comfortable.
That's it. That you're so confident, so experienced that like there's that internal struggle of like, I want to play cool songs. Like that song sucks. I'm not playing that song. But like, if the room actually wants Macarena.
Play Macarena. You better play the damn Macarena. If 200 people are asking for it, you have to. And if it's on the couple's must play, you absolutely have to. There's so many songs that I don't like that are sometimes on the must play. I played one the other day, or not the other day, a couple months ago. I played In the Navy. That song objectively is horrible.
Village People.
And everyone hated it. But the couple, it was on the must play. So they get it. You get the song that you asked for. That's just how it goes.
Dude. I love it.
But I'm also confident enough to realize that and to stand behind the booth and be like,
dude, we did that
Let's
for
do it.
We did that for it was supposed to be a garter toss, but he just tossed out t-shirts, you know. And that but it was Macho Man by the Macho. And it was sick. It was the perfect energy. It was very much the groom can own that energy. It was so funny.
That's awesome.
But yeah, you don't typically drop that at track at a wedding, not Navy or Macho Man. Have you ever started mixing a song and realized, whoa, the vibe shifted? Like, this is a good song, this is a good mix, but like, I got to change my mind mid-transition, mid-track. And how do you do that seamlessly when that happens?
Yeah, all the time. That happens, right? You get 30 seconds, minute into a song, and they're not feeling it. But it really depends on what type of music we're doing. But if we're in 118 BPM or higher, I'm oftentimes just gonna
right away
throw the disc, and then just
back,
hit play really hard on the other. Just hard drop it, hopefully at like a really energetic vocal, right? And just try again.
Yeah, sometimes I go, like, I'll literally see the crowd's reaction is so,
bad.
like, other people notice it too. Oh, you guys don't like that one, huh? You know,
I've done that too. Or
then they laugh, you know.
Oh my God, these people, like, I thought they were getting tired. We were dancing really hard for like an hour and a half. And I got on the mic and I'm like, all right, we're going to slow it down real quick. And I played a slow song and like everybody left and just like stared. They're like, oh, no slow song. And I'm like, okay. My bad. And then I came back in like with no hands after a hard drop and everybody came back. They flooded it again. Dude. Like they just didn't want that song. And that happens. I think it's interactive. And I do think that that's a way to get on their side too. Maybe I've made a mistake, but it also does realize that like we are human. We're not just playing a pre-mixed thing back here. I'm taking your songs and I'm taking your energy into account.
Yeah.
I think it makes it very real. I do think that some people just think that we have a pre-mixed 4-hour-long thing that we hit play and like it's set. It's what it is.
Certainly be a lot easier for us to do that for us, but that's not what we do. Everything's personalized. It's literally personalized. Kyle was just talking about it a few weeks ago. Like it's just you can do the same set and do it in a different way. Change up all the songs. Every week is different. It's a new challenge, especially if you want to be good at it. And that's what we strive for. So. Yeah, it's not a preset playlist. That would be easy to do.
That'd be so easy.
You can literally download pre-mixes online of that. I don't think that's the way to do it.
Why hire a DJ if you're going to do that?
Literally do that yourself.
You can do that yourself.
You don't need that. That's in my opinion too. Like, yeah, that might work for like 5 people in the crowd, but most of the crowd's not going to respond to that. And guess what? You have an hour and a half of that. It's just going to keep going. All right, I'm going to throw some scenarios at you here. Okay. And you tell me, what song you play next.
Oh, okay.
All right. So scenario A, it's 9:30 p.m.
Okay.
Dance floor is 80% older relatives.
Got it.
The last song you just played was a slow song. 9:30 at night, 80% older people is who's out on that floor. You need to get the young crowd involved, but you don't want to lose the aunts and uncles. What song are you playing? Just got done with a slow song. You need to get some of the young folk out there. It's 9:30. What's a track that you would try with that crowd? I know, obviously, night of, like, you're going to be thinking.
What I'm thinking initially right off the rip is Don't Stop Me Now by Queen.
Dude, okay.
A little bit older, a little bit like we're going from the slow song into the slow tonight.
Yeah.
I'm good. And then we're building, and the older crowd recognizes it. But then the younger crowd, like, if they don't recognize it at the beginning, they'll recognize it at the chorus.
Yeah.
And then everybody can get excited and get involved. And that's when we can really sing along. And if it's a 9:30 p.m., are we done at 10? Like, we can finish out with sing-alongs.
Yeah.
If we're done at 11, we may have to improvise a little bit more, but we can sing along the rest of the night. If we went from slow into that, then maybe Sweet Caroline. Maybe, like, some of those other sing-alongs that everybody generationally can sing. And yeah, stuff like that.
That was a good song suggestion. Lately I've been mixing that with Pink Pony Club.
Great.
So like maybe if that goes well, then I hit Pink Pony Club, or if I feel like the crowd's up for it, I hit them with Pink Pony Club. But that piano, hits them hard. Man, that's a good one because the young people do like that song, but you're gonna keep the aunts and uncles. Good answer.
Thank you.
Good answer. All right, I got another scenario here.
All right.
Okay, scenario 2. So you just played a huge high energy hit like Mr. Brightside. And so you know that the energy of the room is 10 of 10. Do you stay at 10? Do you reset the floor, give them a break? What are you playing? If you had to pick a song.
So similar to the last one, if I'm playing Mr. Brightside, I'm usually only playing it last hour of the night.
Okay.
If we're done at 11, I'm playing Mr. Brightside at 10 o'clock. But I do like to follow that with more pop punk. But one that I have seen really hit recently that I love after Mr. Brightside that seriously takes it to an 11 is Unwritten.
Dude, that's an interesting.
Everybody loves Unwritten.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, that little like, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know what. Yeah. Dude, they love it. They love that song, and they scream louder than Mr. Brightside every time.
That one goes hard. I do that one. I've done Sugar We're Going Down.
Yeah. If we're doing pop punk, Sugar We're Going Down.
Or All the Small Things.
Yep.
Blink-182. I do like to do, what's that one? It's not by...
I like to do the anthem.
Oh, yeah. What's that Kid Cudi song? It's not.
Not Pursuit of Happiness.
At least not. It is, but it's the
Steve Aoki remix.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
That was so good.
Crush a bit, little bit. Yeah. Or Spins.
I love
Mac
the
Miller.
Spins. The Spins, dude. Especially if they're the crowd that likes early 2000s rap up to like just Mac Miller style of rap. Oh my gosh.
What's that one?
The Thrill. I personally like the Empire of the Sun version of that song better. But I get it. I love Wiz Khalifa, but something about The Thrill doesn't do it for me. But I get why people love it. Yeah.
Let's say you needed to reset and give the floor a break at that point. Like it just was obvious that Brightside was just, you're not going to do better than that with this crowd. What if you have to give them a break? What track would you play? Honestly, Don't Stop Me Now, I think would hit. If they're hitting that. I would, or Piano Man, or maybe Sweet Caroline.
I mean, depending on the wedding, like I've seen Family Traditions hit at this time of the night. Like really
the song
hard.
Family Tradition by Hank Williams. Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, I can see that.
Are they a country crowd? Like because that kind of starts a little slower too. Or Friends in Low Places.
Dude, that's it.
Friends in Low Places.
Blame it on my roots. What?
That's such a nice reset. That's when everybody gets in the circle and starts swaying along though.
Dude, we did that at the corporate gig. But then Dayton comes up to me. He's like, New York, Frank Sinatra. I'm like, we did it. It hit huge. New York. They went nuts. What's that other one I like to drop is the John Denver.
Take Me Home.
Yes, Westford. Yes. That hits hard.
That's a good one.
So last scenario here. The bride is on the floor with 3 of her besties, her best friends. But everyone else is at the bar.
Sure.
Do you play for the bride? Do you play for the bar? And or, what do you do? What song do you play?
I'm playing for the bride. Because what I always believe in is that if the couple's out there, if the bride's out there, if they're out there having a good time, that will radiate to the rest of the room. So I think if I'm playing the bride and her 3 best friends song and everybody in the room can turn around and look at how much fun they're having out there, I think that'll bring more people inherently. So why play to the bar when you have the bride right there?
Yeah.
You're playing for her. She hired you. Like, why not? I see both. I see both sides. However, I do believe that the couple's energy radiates to the rest of the room. And by playing to her and her best friends and doing their song that they know every single word to and making them go to an 11 out of 10, I think will definitely increase the rest of the room as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes you see those songs, I'm like, this is a deep cut Paramore track, and I go, this is a friend song. Like, I just know by looking at it.
I still remember all the butterflies.
You know what I mean? Yes. But I go, nobody's going to dance to this. Like, none of the regular older guests.
But the bridal party's going to sing their hearts out.
Because I go, they put that on that list for a reason. That track, immediately I'm scanning that list, and I'm picking out those tracks that I'm like,
That's something I would do after Mr. Brightside.
Yeah.
Like
that would be a sick.
That would be like that type of genre for that song specifically. That would be perfect.
That's a really good Haley impression, whatever.
Thanks.
You think? I think there is. I was going to ask you, how much reading of the room is done before the wedding even starts.
Right.
I think I do that all the time. I know you do too. When you're meeting with couples and you're going over, you're looking at their Vibo, you're looking at their playlist, and I'm like, oh, I got a good sense of who's coming and what they're going to be into.
Yeah. And really what they don't like, or like if they don't like anything popular. I'm doing this wedding on the 31st that it's like no Pitbull, no Bruno Mars, no Kesha.
Yep.
It's like that wedding you did. It's like top 200 songs.
Yep.
We want none of that. That's basically same thing. They want none of that standard music. They have their own curated thing, and like,
yeah,
that's cool. Let's do that.
Yeah, or they're just like, we just want club hits. We want just like literally concert stuff, like festival, like, you know, house music, whatever. So I have noticed that, like, again, I've always said later in the year, I'm a much better DJ than earlier in the year, because later in the year, you've literally learned from experience, you know, after your 30th wedding of the year, you're like, oh, I know what's hitting this summer. Like what tracks are hitting, what mixes are going well, what tracks aren't working. You know, we got that big pop early on. People were loving Kendrick Lamar early in the year. Later in the year, I don't think like they were loving that as much.
No.
Because it had been overplayed to the point where...
Not Like Us, that's like later in the year. I would oftentimes see people leaving the dance floor.
They just overheard it. It's been squeezed too many times.
And I also like Kendrick, but it's also like we're at a wedding. This is also like an environment of love, and it's like also a diss track. I get it. I don't like Drake either, but it's just like... There's so much hate in the song, and I get it. Like, there's a lot of songs that have.
It's a wedding,
but, like,
too.
It's a wedding. Can we stick to like
dude,
just the good vibes type of.
Sometimes though, you do those weddings where they're like, we want nasty,
and that's
stuff,
fine.
You know,
like,
ratchet,
if there's one song, if like the rest of your stuff's bubbly, and it's like we want Not Like Us, it's like, okay, your guests are gonna hate it, but that's fine. But yeah, no, there are some ones that it's like from 11 to midnight, we want the dirty shit. And like, I had some amazing weddings like that this year. Yeah, like there's always a time and place.
Do you ever use like Shazam, Spotify, any kind of music, YouTube, like stuff that to kind of look at what's trending, what couples are working in that city or in that county or in that area? Do you look at Spotify?
Yeah,
I like the Spotify. It's pretty good on recommended songs.
So I like to, if I'm feeling stuck, I like to add the first, like, whatever I'm thinking. If I have like 6 to 10 songs that I'm really thinking, I'll add them into a Spotify playlist, and I will cycle that refresh on the 10 recommendations that they give you, because that's what's current. That's what people are adding in their playlist. It's also what's popular because people have listened to it recently. So I find that just shuffling that refresh, or whenever I'm on Apple Music, if I'm listening to a certain artist I like, I'll always have it on the Apple Music shuffle, not my library shuffle. So as soon as I'm done listening to what I wanted to listen to, it'll shuffle to something similar that I've never listened to, just something random.
Yes.
Love that.
Expose you to more music.
I've heard so much new music like that over the past few months, and just like a lot of different playlists, a lot of different genres. And I have a lot of playlists now. I'm a big playlist guy. I wasn't before, but now I have couple hundred.
Perfect playlist. This is the whole thing.
Maybe too many. Like maybe I got to consolidate some. But
maybe.
But it's nice to be able to. It's like, oh, this is exactly the vibe they're going for. Or it's like, oh, I can kind of get a read of the room for this cocktail hour. I have 10 different cocktail playlists that all kind of hit a little differently, but they're all chill vibe playlists. It's very. I don't know. I think there's so much nuance in that, and I love it.
For couples making playlists, you know, for their must playlist for their wedding, how would you advise the couple? Should they make it literally just for them, and how much of it should like actually the songs that they personally want to hear, and how much it should be for their specific group of friends?
Must play only for the couple. Those are for you guys. Sure, maybe some of those also. This is my favorite song, but it's also like our bridal parties, whatever. But like must plays, that's for you guys. The rest of the songs on the open dance, those are the ones that I want to play.
Play if possible, but no worries.
Those you have memories with the people that are going to be there and stuff like that. Hopefully that's it. And then like if I'm adding in stuff, if I have that freedom and the capability to do so, like maybe those are like the interesting ones that like I'm throwing in. But all in all, I do believe that the regular open dance, that should just be most songs that you guys like dancing to. You've danced to them before. And then must plays, those are for the couple. Anything really specific, or it's like my mom, her name's Caroline. We wanted to do Sweet Caroline at 10. It's a must play. I did that the other day. I mean, stuff like that. I mean, really important things to family members or just certain times you want to hit. I think that's a good way to use the must play.
I tend to agree. Yeah, I want to know what are the tracks, 5 or 10 that you just like. I gotta hear these. I love them. It's my wedding. I want to hear them. You know. But I definitely would love 30, 40 tracks that are like, if you can work this in, great. If not, no big deal. Like I want to get a good sense of what you think you and your guests and your friends and family will like listening to based on your knowledge of them. And we'll figure it out what's really popping that night based on that.
But 30, 40 must plays. Is
no, that's too much.
Just
it's too much. It's too much.
Give me 30, 40 songs, 5 to 10 must plays, and then
that ties our arm.
Work around,
that ties our arm behind our back. We can't.
And at that point,
that severely limits the kind of the ability of the night we can throw for you.
Exactly. Yeah. And at that point, just tell us here. Just give us 50 songs because that's around 3.5 to 4 hours of music.
Well, just stick to your list.
Stick to my playlist,
and it's going to be what it is.
You're right. I mean, if that's what you really want that day, and you don't want us to take requests or throw in our own, fine. But
some couples absolutely nail that,
music.
and everybody loves the stuff they picked.
Exactly.
I've had that.
Some couples nail it.
And then some couples, it's like they don't understand what their guests like at all, you know. And we can't switch because they want us to stay.
And that's our job early on is to try and guide them. Like, oh, this is typically what we see. This is what they like. But ultimately, it's up to you.
I'm a big boy. I can handle it.
Yeah.
When you were meeting with the couple, I've seen this trend, and it's come up a lot in the last couple of years, where they, as part of the invitation, they have them say, I would ask their guests, if you play this song, I'll be down to dance. I'll dance.
Yeah.
Is that helpful? How have you seen that gone well or not go well? Like, what are your thoughts on that kind of tradition? You see more and more couples doing.
So I only like it when I get to catch the couple early on in that process. If they do it without, let me tell you the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Because like,
what is that? What is that?
I think the best way to do it is like you should not be taking all those songs and just like, we need them for open dance. If you're going to do that, I think it's a great idea. Mm-hmm. However, almost every song your guests are going to give you is going to be for cocktail or for dinner music. Guests going to a wedding, if you give them the opportunity to pick one song, they're going to pick their favorite song or one they want to hear, and it's going to be obscure.
It's by the Climax Blues Band.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just something.
It's not going to be Fireball by Pitbull.
Yeah.
Rarity. Maybe 100 people at a wedding, maybe one person says Fireball. Like, and there's like some good suggestions, but
it's bootylicious.
But ultimately, I do think that it's going to be a lot of slow stuff, or it's like. Had this one guy requesting heavy metal the other day, and it said right on there, no heavy metal. It's like if you would have given him that opportunity, there would have been one heavy metal song on there.
Yeah.
So why not take those, find covers, especially if you're into like rock, alternative stuff or whatever. There's
so
acoustic, cello, piano versions of those. Scatter those songs throughout your day. Don't fixate on having all your guest songs during dancing.
Yeah.
It's never gonna work.
A lot of times they're not danceable songs. Like the guests like
put them on during dinner, during cocktail. It makes your job easier. I don't have to pick anything anymore.
I
just have to choose dancing.
Dude, there's always someone who's like the theme from Harry Potter, or like people do like some movie song that it's like the Battle of the Fates from Star Wars. You know, like this epic track. Like we're not playing that for a wedding. Like we're not.
But then you also have some jackass putting like a Tenacious D song on there. And it's like, I can't play
Weird Al
from Tenacious D. That's just not what I can do.
I had a wedding right before. But the groom wanted it. That was like a guy saying we waited till late in the night. But yeah, for sure. But there's always some joker that puts stuff like that on there.
Right.
Like you give them an out, and they're like, well, how come you're not playing that track? You know? It's my favorite song by Ween. Let's go. The venue layout. This is kind of the last thing about reading the room done before the wedding even starts. And this is something we've talked about at length on the podcast, but it bears repeating. Does the bar being in a separate room change how you read the energy? Does it change the dance floor? Does the layout affect the party that you could potentially have?
1,000%. I think that layout is so important because we've experienced this so many times where it's like if you put us in a corner and like there's a table like right in front of us and like here and like you have 400 people in your space and like maybe the space isn't big enough and there's like a this size dance floor, maybe we're a bit cramped and it's just like that's a bad layout for dancing. It's not conducive to a dancing environment. And same thing, it's like if people need to walk like, oh, dude, I did this one outside, and it's like the only bathrooms were this walk, like, over this hill and up this thing.
You'll be going on a journey.
You're going on a journey through the woods to get to the bathroom.
Answering the trolls' questions if you want to use...
I'm taking a break when I get there. I'm taking a break when I get back. I'm
collect mana for your trip.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's so far away.
It's so far, and like that's not conducive to it either. Because now, like, it's stupid to say, but every amount of energy spent on anything else isn't going to be used towards dancing. If they're walking a half mile from the ceremony site to here, or a half mile to the bathroom, that's a lot of movement, and people don't want to do that when it's 80 degrees and sunny out, or even if you're inside like a nice venue. People often don't want to do the up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down, or back and forth if it's far. People will often we'll go in packs then too. If the bar is further away, it's like we're gonna go as a group of 7 because like why would one of us go at a time here? It doesn't make any sense. Let's all go. That can also kill your dance floor. If we're having packs of people leave at a time because they don't like your song, as opposed to like, we're all in the room, there's a bar right here, there's a bar right there, and the dance floor is right here alongside it, they can't go very far. You have to come right back. I mean,
you're in line for the bar and you're on the dance floor.
The further away they go, the more distractions coming back. If they see a family member here, if they see a friend here, now they saw the groom here, now they have to hit the bar here. Now there's a snack here. Now there's the dance floor. There's so much time in between if it's further away that the further stuff is away, the less dancing there's going to be.
Same with if like you have this beautiful smoking area or this beautiful fire pit, or if you have lawn games, you know, that can be fine. But what it means is you'll have more of a chill wedding.
Right.
You'll have less of a dance floor centric. That's where the entertainment, that's where people are going to be celebrating, having fun, is on the dance floor. And also with that, like layout, of course, is the layout of the room is important, but also the layout of the day. Is it a Sunday?
Right.
Like, is it a Sunday wedding? Like a lot of times people, they're not taking off work on Monday. They're going to work on Monday. So they're not going to be raging all night. They'll show up. They'll enjoy the free meal and the couple drinks. And then it's not a rager. Vice versa. Or it's like a Friday.
And you're at work.
Yes. Or you have a hotel one where everyone is staying the night.
Oh, and it's a rager.
Dude.
Yeah.
It can get crazy. That can really
help the environment.
Absolutely. So it's like these things all are factors. And if you want an epic dance floor, you have to kind of think about the layout, think about the weather, think about people's travel plans.
Shuttles.
Dude, there's so many things.
Some of the best weddings that you do have shuttles, just because people don't have to think about how am I going to get from point A to point B later when I'm hammered.
But dude, if they have me announcing the shuttle every 15 minutes, like that kills the vibe too.
The vibe.
Like you want 3 or 4. And they're just like, okay, there's another one, or one every hour, or they'll be coming back if you can make 1 or 2 announcements, and they're like, people know every 30 minutes there's a shuttle.
At 9 o'clock, there's a shuttle every 30 minutes. Boom. If you want to hop on, but we're going to keep on partying.
That's it. It's just, they have the information they need, but like, we're not going to be constantly talking about, here's the shuttle schedule.
5 minutes till the shuttle's here.
Yeah. And it's the same with like, okay, now we're doing this event. Okay, now we're going to do a fake sparkler send-off. And then now we're doing the dollar dance. And then now we're doing the shoe game. And then now we're doing, There's a surprise speech. Everyone go sit down. Like we're already standing up dancing. Are you serious? Like,
why would we? Yeah.
I'm never getting back up then to come back and dance, Like it's crazy.
Right.
How much that flow and the layout, all those things kind of are affecting it. Weather too. If it's hot, super hot, like, oof, or if it's super cold, I've had that too. Or if it's just raining, like there's just a lot of things that really put people off this idea that dancing
There's so much psychology behind it.
It's crazy.
That would be so interesting to look at that. It's like every single person going to a wedding is going to feel a different type of way about the weather, about the music, about the couple, about the other family members going. But I do find it really fascinating that oftentimes, even though there's so many outside factors, everybody just kind of comes together. And for 6 to 8 hours within a space like a play, like it works, like through all that chaos going on, like everybody agrees that we're here to have a party.
Yeah.
And then it's done. And I do love that about the ethereal nature of this job and weddings. They exist and then they're done. And most of the time, like, regardless of what's going on with so many people's lives on the outside, it's like 100+ people can all get together. And it's like we all agree on this one thing. That's very rare. I think it's really cool.
Yeah. And it's definitely cool because it's like we are celebrating this person's day, like this momentum thing in their life that they'll remember forever. And so we get to be a part of that and literally shake our bodies and dance and jump and sing to make new memories on the day they got married. That's a really cool thing that a lot of people, I think, are not taking into account when they're sitting over there, oh, they're not playing my song. Like, well, you're missing out on this cool memory because you can't get over yourself because you can't hear one song. Like, I don't get it. But what I do get is that we're always trying to, keep our couples happy, keep the dance floor full, and we're going to do that by reading the room, reading the set list they've given us, and working within the parameters that we have to the best of our ability. So that's all I got, man.
Great. All right. Thank you for listening. We'll see you at your wedding.
See you guys.